WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. And today I have something Johnnie Walker Celebratory Blend for the 200th anniversary of the opening of the supermarket, well, the grocery store that John Walker actually created. So if I open this up, you can actually see a picture here of that supermarket with the bottle in here. So this is inspired by the Old Highland malt, or the Old Highland whiskey. So you can see that here a little bit. Let's see if I can do this here. Yeah, you see here, keep walking. So this was inspired by the 1860 version of the whiskey that was sent around the world. And you see the square bottle. Wait, let me pour something so it can breathe in the glass. So this is the very, very, very space-saving bottle, square, so you can have as many bottles as possible on a ship to send around the world, very economical. You have the slanted label here as well. This was the first export type of bottle that they had. Now, this is whiskey base number 166989. And I'm going to compare it to another Johnnie Walker product, the Johnnie Walker number 15. Now, this is a blended malt Scotch whiskey. Blended malt means no grain. So I can look in the back of this bottle. I like this bottle, by the way. I can see that it was actually produced from whiskey from Taliska, from Linkwood, from Cragganmore, and from Coila. And it's 43%, and I can buy this over here for 32 euros. Now, this is a whiskey that is 51%, ooh, but it costs 57 euros and 90 cents. So this is 14 euros more. This is 50% more, and yet it only has 8% more alcohol. Ooh. So I like this bottle. So look at that nice glass bottom here. Look at the bottle design. Look at the fact that when I put it like this, the stripes keep on going in the right direction. This is a beautiful, beautiful gift for your father-in-law, for your father, for your uncle, for your aunt if she likes good Scotch whiskey. And so you can see here also established 1820. Yay, Johnnie Walker. So, yeah, I bought this actually from Amazon. Only 2 stores in all of Germany had it at the moment, and one of my super fans, those are people who are Patreons who actually support me, they have the opportunity to suggest bottles for me to buy, to review, and then also to share. So I did a bottle share with this, so this has all been divvied up among the people who paid for the 5 or 10 CL samples. And even one person's going to get the little bottle here and get to keep the whole package and design for his little collection. Isn't that nice of me? So I get rid of that. It doesn't have to take it to the recycling bin and everyone's happy. All right, now both of these have caramel coloring. So there's no need to show the color. Well, I could show, so this is how Johnnie Walker thinks whiskey should look like. All right, so this color. All right, everything Johnnie Walker does basically has that same color. Now, 51%, I must admit, even on the nose, is hardly noticeable. So they did a good, very, very good job there. Now, the thing that I do not like about this bottle, it's a no age statement. They didn't put an 8, they didn't put a 20, they didn't put a whatever. They did put a 200th on it, but that's not the age of the whiskey inside of it. And the second thing that I don't know is, hey, where did the whiskey come from? Here, I have an age statement, 15 years. Here, I have 43%. Here I have the 4 different distilleries that produce the whiskey in this. These are all single malts who are blended together to create a single malt blend. Now this could come from literally 100 different distilleries and have 98%, I don't think it's allowed to be that, 80% so plus grain whiskey in it, and less than 20% malt in it, and still become a, oh, Johnnie Walker wonderful thing. Now, I'm not a big fan of Johnnie Walker. Sorry. Now, I do commend Johnnie Walker for their special releases. Thank you. I do commend Johnnie Walker for their Flora and Fauna, which I think they've now basically discontinued. And I commend them also then for all of these independent bottlings that we have out there. It could be the Linkwood 15 from Gordon MacPhail. It could be other from Milton Duff or other places. Built and Duff is Chivas Regal. Or other, a Linkwood 15 that could also from Gordon MacPhail, other things that we get here from Diageo distilleries because they throw out a few barrels every once in a while. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Johnnie Walker, Diageo. I think it was DLC before that. Thank you very much for being the backbone of the single malt industry that today we love and enjoy and just savor. The blends, 80% of everything sold in the world from Scotland is a blended whiskey. Yay! Unfortunately, I'm more of the camp of the single malt. So I did not start my whiskey career like many people have done drinking a Johnnie Walker. Johnnie Walker was the whiskey I had to drink afterwards because everyone else had been talking about it. And so it's like, okay, I'll try it. And it was like, oh, red label, black label, green label, blue label, wow, that's expensive, no. And so on and so on. Gold label, 18-year-old, well, and so on. Fairly good value for money most of the time. This with 57 euros, I think is just too much. I'm sorry, I'm going to actually give it a D for value for money. It's not worth the money. I can get this, which is better, has an age statement and has actually the distilleries on there. Now, I do get little bit more of the smoke in here. A little bit of the peat is more evident than in this one. This one seems a little bit sweeter. I do get a tiny, tiny little of peat towards the end. So cheers. The 51% are fabulously, beautifully actually integrated. It's got a good finish. Gotta admit that. The got hot. There's just heat. I don't know if it's more of a ginger heat or if it's a pepper heat. Actually, it's a white pepper alcohol. This could actually be 3 years old. We don't know. Why don't you tell me an age statement, please? I know the other Johnnie Walkers, red label, blue label, blah blah blah, don't have age statements either. Just the green, and maybe that's one of the few that have an age statement. That's maybe why I love the green. I like my age statements. Now, we don't buy the whiskey just because of the alcohol, ABV, 51%, and we should not buy the whiskey just because of an age statement. I've had 15-year-old whiskeys that have tasted terrible. So, young, metallic, hot. We buy the whiskey because it tastes good. And this has a very, very nice aftertaste. As I said, it's okay, a little bit fruity, a little bit malty, very, very hot, not very, somewhat hot, and then it's like, oh, look, that sweetness kicks back in, and the sweetness actually, the aftertaste is better than the whole entire mouth experience that you have here. Personal opinion. So good job there. I think the grain is something that I'm just kind of didn't like here, or maybe there was a young malt thrown in here and just give that middle palate something to pepper bite. Now it says here on the side. So it says here on the box, I'm sorry. So the blend's unique strength is similar to that of our Old Highland Whisky sold during the era. Johnnie Walker and Sons Celebratory Blend is a sensorial journey featuring notes of sweet dried raisins. Didn't get that. Subtle spice, maybe, which develops into hints of roasted nuts. Didn't get that. Gentle peat. Tiny, tiny little bit, and a soft pepper finish. The pepper finish, I didn't get the pepper in the middle. I got. It celebrates this historic moment in the Johnnie Walker story. All right. So did I mention that's a screw top? There's like the red label is as well. I guess they used to use the screw tops way back then. I would much rather have a cork. Yes, it's probably going back to the 200 years ago or whenever it was actually starting the 1860s where they actually were selling whiskey overseas. That this bottle, as light it could possibly be, thin glass, no heavy glass because weight is a factor. And so you have a space-saving bottle and everything's okay here, but it's just not doing for me. A solid C. All right, so it's a solid C in taste. There's not much except for the nice little dip there that I can criticize. But don't go out and buy a bottle of this unless you're really, really a Johnnie Walker fan. You want to have that in your collection, go for it. If you have every other Johnnie Walker bottle and this is the one you're missing, go for it. All right, 56 euros is nothing if you have the blue label and a lot of the other stuff's in there. Just go for it. Um, but if you're just trying to look for a good dram, Johnnie Walker Green, you can't beat it. All right, so a little bit of smoke is in there. Great texture, mouthfeel, complexity, everything you need. 32 euros. I can get this on sale for under 30 euros over here, which is amazing for a 15-year-old blended malt, no grain added. Mhm. Much better mouthfeel, more complexity, more viscosity, a little bit more peat as well. Hmm. Like, nah, yeah. All right, so that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. My question of the day was, what is your favorite Johnnie Walker whiskey? I prefer the 15-year-old, as you noticed. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, tell others. Maybe even share this video with someone else on social media. Send them an email. Hey, look at this crazy guy over in Europe tasting things we usually can't get our hands on. Sorry, that's what I have. That's my privilege over here. And thank you very much for watching. All the best. See you soon. Bye-bye.